quarterback going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Indiana Hoosiers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe already putting her to work with some injury news. Holly?
Guys, Coach Cignetti told me right before the game. Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the #1 offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Guys?
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. So South Carolina's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Hoosiers offense will get the ball first. And here comes their freshman four-star quarterback. This staff targeted him early on the recruiting trail, and they are excited about what he'll bring to this offense in the season opener.
Well, this guy was a four-star coming out, and obviously very talented, David. I was really impressed with his confidence when we were talking to him before this game. Just watching him warm up down on the field pregame, he's got some stuff to him. You know, he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's got a bit of an attitude, and it'll be fun to see that competitive spirit, how that helps him play in this one.
Well, and how does he respond to the hard stuff, right? When he makes a bad play, does he respond? Look, talking to the defensive coordinator on the other side, like a little bit of a grin, like, we got some stuff for him. We're ready for this freshman. He hadn't seen a lot of the stuff that's about to come his way. How does he handle the moment, all of the goodness and all of the bad that comes with it? Can he handle it, stay even-keeled, and deliver the football?
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long.
Ready, ready. Red. Hey, move. Go, go.
Using his legs, it's Richard. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. On the return. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. So South Carolina's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And onto the field comes Will Henderson, one of the top running backs in the sport, and they believe he will be highly productive on this team. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. At the 45 on its way. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Throwing Sellers. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Had to force that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The run inside. It's Henderson. There he goes. He's now up to 52 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Hawkins. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's Sellers to throw. Still looking to his right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Leaves it in his belly. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Trying to take it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. We mentioned earlier the number of players they lost, but you have to replace those guys, and that's why a lot of these programs now have general managers to watch over the portal and figure out which guys do we need to bring in here, Jesse.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit, too, because I think they were expecting the mass exodus. They had their feelers out. They were evaluating talent on other teams, David, and they were able to bring a lot of guys in via the portal.
Yeah, and that's what's fun about college football now is you can reload really quickly. Bring in all these guys. You know exactly what they are. They have so much experience and playing time closer to a finished product.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. On his feet at the 40. He now has 79 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Once Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking for a man, it's Pierce. They'll run the screen. Spins away from the defender. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
He'll be thinking about that one. Almost an interception.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Wants to go up top on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. On the move, he fires. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding it? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Sellers through the noise. Dumps it to the back. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Play of the period, first down here. Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
From the gun, it's Henderson. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. He is in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They'll run the counter. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense.
And finally, we see a little bit of that which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On play action. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quickly.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Down here on the Gamecocks sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball.
Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Running inside, it's Henderson. He's past the sticks. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Sellers. Right side, it's Henderson. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for two. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Drops back, it's Pierce. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Finds a man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Quickly out to the tight end. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Sets his feet. It's Pierce. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Indiana. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Straight ahead, it's Payne. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
They'll move the wide receiver. Uh-oh, look out. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Sellers to throw. Snags it. Turns it on in midfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick give, it's Henderson. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gamecocks look to do some damage in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Henderson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. From the red zone, it's Henderson. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Pierce. Fires to the tight end. Hits the accelerator to the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down to the air. Got his man on the right. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Pierce. Fires to the right. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Field goal is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sellers fires to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Long way to go on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw on first. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Throwing Sellers. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Got his man. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Sellers. Good timing on the quick out. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Absolute shank. Missed it. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Charlotte 49ers. And it's Ole Miss trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Bloomington. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Hoosiers will kick it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me they are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7th.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, South Carolina. Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Hauls it in. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Rush right in his face. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
Ready? Black 14. Go.
Powers inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Payne. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 35. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They're all over it. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Hits inside, it's Richard. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on 4th down. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. There he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. The run inside. It's Henderson. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Handoff again. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Left side is Fox. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Got the 1st down. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to...
And he'll finish Makes a run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out wide left, it's Chandler. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Drives inside. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Sellers. Complete in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And he takes this from inside, and he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Makes a grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
3rd and long right here. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. takes it on the shovel. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field.
22, go!
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Cherry. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Play number 9 on this drive. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He's loose on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks, and they turn it into a defensive score.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he added the extra point. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
2nd down, going to throw it. On target. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Scanning the field, it's Cherry. Oh, pressure's coming. He sacked this defense all over him. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. Looking for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give to the back. They've got him corralled.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He hits the slide, and he's converted this 4th down to keep the drive moving. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, man, you see it again, and it's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sellers. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
To the air, it's Cherry. Lets it fly. Pulls it in. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Look out! Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity.